If we now preview our index.php page in the browser, you can see we have all of the folders which are inside of the root of our project being displayed on the page, together with the index.php file, all of the icons corresponding to their extension and basically item type. So if we go back to our editor, open our core.js, and we start with the document ready. The short version is simply function. And the first thing we're going to do, we will execute going deeper into the folder action on click on a specific folder, basically, which isn't empty. So folder, which will be our trigger, live, click, and function. Why are we using live? Because otherwise, after the first click, because we will be using Ajax, our click wouldn't work anymore. That's why we have to use it live. So whenever the Ajax is executed, click is binded to the specific elements again. So we're using live click, and now directory object, which will be our new object literal, which we'll create in just a second. Go in, and we pass in the instance of this element which we just clicked, basically the li tag. Return false right at the end, so we don't have any page jumping or anything like that. Okay, so that's where we call it. Now we need to create this object, obviously. So before our document ready, var directory object equals 2 curly brackets, semicolon right at the end. Now our first method, go in, colon, function, and object as parameter. And now we create a few variables. First variable will be ul, object closest ul tag. So basically we're looking for the parent of this li tag. Then var path equals ul attribute rel. Then variable folder equals object attribute rel, which is basically the name of the folder which we click, which is assigned to the li tag. If we go back to our mod folder, open a structure file, you can see that all of our folders have rel attribute with the name of the folder. And then we obviously have a class as well, which displays the relevant icon. And this is obviously the class as well, which is triggered when we click. I mean, the class, this method is executed when we click on this specific link with the class assigned to it. Okay, so we've got all these three variables. Now we go for jQuery dot post. We're using post methods, which is basically calling Ajax. Here we pass a few parameters, and after this we execute function on callback with the data, which will be returned in a JSON format. JSON array. So that's the structure ready of our post call. URL we will be calling will be mod in.php. So let's create this file straight away inside of our mod folder, in.php. We'll work with this file in just a second. Now we need to pass a few parameters. The first one will be path, which will simply be the variable path. Next one will be folder, again folder variable. So that's it in terms of parameters. Now what we do, ul replace with, when we obviously get the callback from the Ajax, and we want to replace the current ul tag, the entire structure, with data out index. And then we will call another method, which we'll create in the next video, directory object get files. And get files, as I said, is the method we will create in the next video. So this first function is already going to be doing what it has to do. Now what we need to create is the in.php file, which actually processes the request, and get files to again do another thing, which we'll look at later on, because we will be converting all of the file names, no directory names, into links. But as I said, that's in the following videos. So let's move to the next video and continue with this file.